So here's our agenda. We want to share the vision for what God's put on our heart, kind of big picture like we talked about in the sermon. I'm believing God's providing gifted leaders to help equip our church through shepherding, teaching, evangelism, missional activities, preaching. And so I'm believing that when we met last fall and Ganzo shared his heart for the church, he wants to help us in our evangelism. And so we've seen God work in this way in the past with Grace Song that God brought, and through that we were able to do real intentional ESL outreach. And so we're seeing God moving again here with Ganzo, and so we're going to share about the vision, talk about the different teams, safety, security. I know is especially with kids involved, we want to make sure that you're aware. And then any questions you have, just let us know, and then we'll talk about next steps. And so let me open in prayer, and then I'll let Ganzo kick us off. God, we just commit this time to you, and we thank you for the many conversations and the hard work and the planning that has brought us to this place. God, you are a good God who cares about your church, and you want us to live out your heart for the whole world. And we believe this is a way for us to practice what it means to be a witnessing community. And so I just pray that you would be the one who speaks to us, that we'd hear from you, and how you are leading us to be involved, and how we can partner in this together. And we pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Can I move this one down? Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Ganzo. I'm originally from Mongolia. And now my wife and with the 3 kids, we live in here. And I've been serving at the Aneta Elementary School through Jubilee Reach as a side coach. And just that role has given me lots of opportunity to spend time with kids and family and parents. Just building a relationship, encouraging kids through sports, and being present in the school community. When I was younger, I had people who took time to reach out to me, invite me into Christian community. I grew up in a Buddhist household, and gave me a sense of belongings that those people that made me a huge difference in my life. And without Christ, I wouldn't be standing here. And I might be the Buddhist monk in Mongolia. I'm just kidding. Yeah. At the school, I see kids who lights up when they get encouraged, when they get cared. And when I told them, like, how are you doing, just check in with them, and when they notice, and they get lighten up. For example, this fall, there's like lots of kids entered new school. Do you understand it? Yeah. And then I saw lots of new faces, not just pre-K, it's 5th grade or 4th grade and 3rd grade. The one girl is just new, and then she was just, during recess, she was drawing pictures and sitting there alone. And I noticed a few recesses, like she was just drawing pictures, not like communicating with others. And one recess I came to, I just needed to close to her and then ask her name, and she just answered, and then I asked, like, where'd you go last year, which school? And she said, elementary school in Kirkland area, and then we just talked the small things. And then after that, I introduced her with my sports club kids, because I did sport club last year, and I knew 4th and 5th graders, and then we played a little bit like Forest Square together. And then after that meeting, and then after recess, like she was playing with the kids, and she get along. And I saw the one pre-K kids, like he was like, I see he wants to play soccer, but deep down I saw like he has like I don't know, like something I felt, like it's heavy. It's like, I don't know how to communicate. And I just passed with the ball with him, and he's lightened up, he smiled. And then we have, as a side coach, we have like a computer program. I can search on kids' name and then look after their backgrounds or where they're from. And then I found out that the 5th grade girls and then pre-K kid were siblings. And then I found out they moved because divorce. And that's why they live with their step father, and then mom is like 18. And then this is just one case I'm just talking about, because we live in a community. There's like lots of need, like lots of lost people out there. We can just reach them through Christ's love. I believe sport is such a bridge, like big thing to reach lots of different backgrounds, lots of different culture, political view. The sports can bring it, and through this tool we can share gospels. That's why, I'm really how to say it, interested in this sports ministry. That's why I'm doing it. Parents in our community are under pressure. They're busy, sometimes isolated, and often look for safe, affordable, meaningful activities for kids. This ministry gives parents a place to breathe, connect with each other, and know they're not alone. While kids are active, have fun, parents have a chance to build a relationship too. We believe God calls us not just to gather inside the church, but go out and into the community. Jesus said, "Go and make disciples of all nations." And for us, that starts right here with the people around us. Sport is such a natural bridge. Kids don't need to convince them to play, but while they're playing, what's really happening is bigger. We get to encourage them, speak into them, and show them that they're valuable and loved. And we get to meet the parents where they listen to their struggles and remind them they're not alone. For me, this is a personal. I came to faith because of missionaries who came to my town and shared the gospel. Now I believe God has placed me here in this community to do the same, to create space where families can see and experience His love in real, tangible ways. I want to be clear. Our goal is not to run a good sports club or program. Our goal is to share gospel and love people like Jesus does, to serve them and to care for them, to be ready when God opens the doors for them. Our prayer is that as we stay faithful, this will become a place where families from outside feel welcome, and where they come and where they encounter Christ's love. And you can join by playing with the kids, or helping run a games, or just being present with them, or spending time in the parents' lounge, or listening, encouraging, and building connections, or going out into the neighborhood with us and getting to know families and inviting them to be part of this outreach. This is an opportunity for you to live out your faith in a very real way. If you can't serve, it's okay. But there's lots of ways you can be a part of it. And you can pray for this ministry, or you can help just once a week or something. Yeah. And God grows our faith and deepens our Christian life when we step out, when we share the gospel, and when we reach people with compassion. That's this is about. And second thing we want to do is we want to share about our roles, right? And then my part is I'm involved with the sports activities. This side of the things, the sport activities, we will need people who enjoy being with the kids and have patience and can encourage them. You don't need to be a professional coach, or what it's matter creating safe and fun environment. And we will running activities like soccer or basketball or sports games, or like even tag, that we can do it. The leader to kid ratio we are aiming for, it's like 1 adult to 10 kids. Each volunteers will get some basic training, so we will feel confident before stepping in. The main role is not just the run drills, it's to connect with kids, cheer them on, and build the trust. This is where we really get to show kids love and action. And next one is Sadie, right?
Hey guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Parent Connect team. So while the kids are playing, we're encouraging the parents to stay. This isn't a drop-off program. This isn't where the kids drop them off and run to the grocery store. We're encouraging the parents to stay while the kids are doing sports and hang out with us. So we're going to have an area over there. They have a library. We're going to have an area set up in the library where the parents can connect together. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend some time. It's going to be similar to what we did with our talk time with ESL at Bellevue College. We would use these one-page sheets, and we would talk about a topic. We would have like an introduction where we have just a basic topic, and then we'd have discussion questions. So the idea is to have people sitting around with a group of parents chatting about what's going on in their world through these handouts. This way we can really help address needs and things and connect with the parents, see, as we meet with them, we can think about what kind of topics we want to talk about, whether along with parental support, So like this one's talking about family. We can get to know the people, where they're from, where their family's from, memories of their family, what do you like and not like about your family, who feels like family to you. These are some questions we would ask, just getting to know them. And then as we get to know them, we can develop more questions that will help guide conversation. This is really, it's not like a strict, we have to go through every question. It's just a guide to help us connect with the parents and see how we can bless them and encourage them and hopefully lead them to Jesus.
So Ganzo's helping with the kids, playing with them. So maybe that's more your jam. Sadie's going to help create space for parents to connect. And then my part is for those that want to go out and share about what we're doing to our neighbors. And so if you have an interest in, where's my notes, wanting to grow and sharing your faith, that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to use that opportunity to go out to start a conversation using Game On, which is what we're calling this kids activity, as a way to let people know about our church. And so it's a way to have a good first impression by saying, hey, we're a church, we're a neighbor, my name is Phil, we have some kids activities, we just want to make you aware of that. If you would be interested, we can let you know. And just see where the conversation goes. And so if you want to grow in sharing your faith, help promote Game On, that's what we're going to do. Think of it as a way to practice evangelism while inviting families to something that blesses them. So we're wanting to be a blessing, and then through that, getting to know them. And like a sports team, I think about how there's practice during the week, and then there's a game. And I think sometimes when we're with our coworkers, with our family, and we feel a need to share our faith, we don't know what to say because we didn't practice it. And so think of this as a way to practice together how to do that, how to start a spiritual conversation, and then that'll prepare you for when you're in relationships with others to feel more confident in how to do that. So we'll go in pairs, ideally with a leader and someone who's newer to this. We're going to learn by doing, just like Jesus sent out his disciples. We're going to learn by doing. Aaron is someone that I've been talking with a lot about this, and he's experienced in this, so he's going to help us with this. I know he's been working with Taylor and John, so I think there's people already going out that could be a way to learn from others that are actively starting conversations with people and leading into spiritual conversations. And so we'll make sure that you have support. You won't be alone. You'll always have someone to encourage and model. And then part of the goal here is as we go out to a home, like let's say we go to the apartment buildings nearby, we want to get to know their name, record it, and then offer to them what we're doing. Like, hey, we're a church, want to help bless you. And then ask, like, how can we pray for you? And then here's the thing, because they're a neighbor and we'll do this the next week, then we can go back the next week, stop by and say, hey, we were here last week. We've been praying for you. How has God answered that prayer? We'll see where the conversation goes. But I think it's really an opportunity for us as a whole church to come together, to use all the different gifts that we have. Some will come together to help with the kids. Some will help with the parents. Some will go out. But it's something that we can do together and grow as a church in our evangelism. So kind of just a little brief flow. The idea is that we'd come around 1-ish. Think of it like a mission trip. We come together. There's a little encouraging message, maybe 5-minute devotion. Pray together. Some of us will go set up. Some of us will maybe start going out. 2:45, we imagine. Or I'm sorry. It's because it starts at 2. 1:45, we'll imagine people start coming. And then game on will be 2 to 3:30. And then we can come all back together at 3:30, start tearing down, get together, celebrate what God's done, debrief a little bit, and then we'll be out by 4 o'clock. And so I think it's going to give an opportunity for kind of a mini mission trip. If you've ever gone a short-term mission trip and you're like, man, I got so connected with people and I love those relationships, this is what we're going to do. It's like a mini mission trip every week. We'll go pray together, we'll go out together, we'll connect together. And this is how we're going to grow as a witness and believing God's going to open some doors. I think Sadie's going to talk a little bit now about safety and security.
Okay, thanks. That helps me remember what I was going to talk about. Okay, so first to know, the main leaders that will be at this have safety training. Ganzo has been safety trained. He knows CPR. He's had his background checks. He's learned concussion protocol. You know, if a kid hits their head, what do you do? I have as well had all of those trainings. So there'll be at least 2 grown-ups there at all times that have had safety training beyond just background checks. We encourage anybody that wants to come that has more of that, great. You know, the more people we have that have been trained that can help out when there is something that comes up, the better. But we are going to make sure anybody involved in this ministry, because it's a kids ministry, anybody that's involved will have a background check. Okay, and we would encourage to go through the ministry safe training. This ministry safe training is just a great training for church members to just understand how to keep kids safe in all the different ways. One of the big things that ministry safe teaches is you never have one adult alone with kids. You always have at least 2 adults together with them, so we will follow those rules through this. We will make sure that the kids are never alone with a single adult, period. Beyond that, you know, we're going to hope to have a security person there, keeping an eye on the door, making sure we're staying safe while our time is going on. That's it. We'll all go together.
Okay. So I think next we are going to hear from you. Okay, so that's our little summary. What questions do you guys have about this?
It's like start from toddler to 12 or something. Yeah.
So toddler to 12 years old? Okay. No.
Fifth grade is 12.
What is fifth grade? Fifth grade.
5 years old to 5th grade. Toddlers will stay with parents, right?
Yeah. And then we're hoping and inviting the youth to participate as part of the coaches with Ganzo. I think it's a fun way to come together as a church, is to play together. So.
Yep. That's
So
all.
it'll depend on who comes.
Yeah. It's like
So if we get a bunch of, right, if we get
Yeah.
a bunch of 5 to 7-year-olds,
Mhm.
we can do age appropriate things.
So what's great is that Ganzo's done this in Mongolia. He's doing this in Jubilee Reach. So we'll be able to respond to who comes. And so this was a framework that Ganzo recommended could be a starting point. It'll just depend on what ages actually come. I would also say that for parents with kids, as we're thinking about how do we invite our neighbors, we just had these block parties or barbecues this summer. You have relationships that were started. It's a great, invitation to come. And I think in this first fall, it might be that what is needed is for parents with kids in our church that they need to participate in this in order to invite, which is great. I think our goal in this is to have kids that are outside the church come. And I know for Marlena, when I talked to her about it, I just said, hey, this is a great way for you to invite your friends to church. And so she's already thinking about friends from school to invite. They may or may not come, but even if they don't, she could participate and learn what it's like, because that'll help her be able to more, describe it to her friends, and then maybe they'll come later. Go ahead. So the question was about CPR renewing our certificate.
definitely set up. If we have people that want to learn CPR, we could set up another class. We did it a couple years ago. So I can look at setting up a CPR training, and I can look and see what's in the neighborhood already. But I know that Lori Shepard did a CPR training with us a couple years ago, and it was great. So I could talk to her about that.
What other questions you guys have? Soul. Sorry. Oh, liability. So, yeah. Yeah, and so it'd be under the church's programming. And so we, in terms of liability insurance, is that what you're asking? So we have that included as part of what we have insurance coverage, so that if anything happened, it would default to the church's coverage. Thank you for asking. Anne. We have a detailed question person coming. Mm. Mm. Yeah, who wants to answer that question?
I would say that's a great question we'll continue to talk about.
Yeah, so I know, so ECS has said that we can use their sports equipment in the gym. So they already have some. So I think as I've talked to Ganzo, it's like it'd be helpful to have kind of a plan, what we're planning, and so that we can know what equipment to have. He was helping me see also that we want the kids to leave having done things they want to do. So he also wants to create space that maybe we'll do something different the next week that's more engaging for them. Because if we offer soccer and they want to play basketball or something like that. And so I think we have a good starting point with the school, and then I think we might need to buy some things and we can store it in their gym. Yeah. And we also have the shed too as an option, or the attic. And then in the the online registration, it does include like a space for medical and asking about food allergies, which I think is really important. I like your idea about putting it on like a name tag too. These are great questions. Thank you, guys. How are we doing? Anne? Yeah.
They're all under in the same building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have the parents in the library, which is right by the gym.
Yeah, and we tried to be realistic, like minimum 3 to 4 game station, parent room, promotion. Then if that's what we have, then we'll have double duty of security, welcome, setup. If we can have additional help, then that's where we can do more, but we're trying to be sustainable, but recognizing that we do need security for sure. So Sol had a question.
Can I say one thing about that?
Oh.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, except for us that go out, but we'll come back all together.
One more thing really quick with Anne's question. What did you ask? My brain just lost. I was going to say one more thing.
It was about sports equipment.
What was the last thing you said? Security. Oh, we also were thinking that the person that's at the registration table, we could be trained to keep an eye out, so they can be an additional security eye.
Yeah. Okay, Joanna. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, in the online, because we're having everything online. Although to sign up, we do have a paper for the today. So we're going to old school today. There's going to be, maybe we could hand that out now, even. Yeah, so for here this morning, if you want to sign up, you can sign up on our sign up sheet. Also for the kids signing up, it's online, and there's a waiver that included all of that, including things like, hey, there could be photos taken that would be used, expectations of it being a church, things just to let people know going in. Yeah, so there's a waiver that they would sign. Yeah, we'd have it all in the one spot. So on the church website, you'll see an event link, and there's registration. Once they go through that, they only have to do the waiver once, but then for each kid, they sign up. Good questions. Okay, Edwin. Yeah. So, yeah. So we're starting with us. So this is the start, and it'll be word of mouth. So I think where we're at is we did the barbecues this summer, and so those relationships have already been formed. So now it's a next step that they can invite the 200 and some people. We included our church, but to this. We've talked to Jubilee Reach, and because Ganzo's on staff, then this could be something that those kids that could come and be invited to be a part of, so that's like another pool. But I think my goal in this is it's about relationship. So our hope is that as you're making disciples, as we're making disciples, this is a way to invite our neighbors to be a part of. And so I'd say that we're, with all that background, now we're going to promote this. Yeah, right now we have one person registered. So we'll build on that. We're praying for 30. We're praying for 30 kids, 30 parents. And we'll need to have some communication with them, because if they can't make it one week, and if there's a wait list, we'd like to fill it. So Sadie has flyers that we'll hand out. We'll make sure that you guys can, Greg, could you hand those out, just if you can each get one? And then I think we have a QR code No. No QR code? No QR code. Well, we have one. Oh, on the flyers. Got it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. So Gray's going to be handing out the flyer. The QR code goes directly to the event on our website. There's another question. Oh, Abby. Hi, Abby. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you could. Yeah, we'll keep printing more of these, and I think in the email this week for the church, I'll list it as a PDF. So if you want to download it, print it from home. I think we just want to get the word out. Just everyone that wants to be a part of it has to register. So I'd say, let's start with the families here. We're going to register Marlena. Register our kids. It'll be a great experience for them as they start inviting their friends. Just let your kids know that we want their friends to come to church. Because there might be a point we plan to do this for 8 weeks, and then we'll have the holidays, and we plan to do it again beginning of next year. Maybe in the beginning of next year, we have such an interest of kids outside the church. It might change how our kids participate, but we'll figure that out. We are able to scale. I think the gym can accommodate at least 100. I mean, the school uses it for their weekly programming, so its capacity is higher than what we're praying for. But we'll start small. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Let's go. I pray big. I'm praying, and so maybe I need to pray for a higher number. I just feel like we're aiming for 30 kids, 30 parents, 8 people to serve minimum every week. So that's what I'm praying for. And so, go ahead. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. And that's where even as we go out, I'm not going to just start canvassing the neighborhood one to the next and stop. The idea is to start a relationship with them. That's where I think prayer is a great introduction. How can I pray for you? Go back. How are you doing? It'll be a great way to connect with our community. Any other? How are you guys doing? It's kind of warm in here. They had the heater on this morning. Crazy. It's not winter yet. Yeah, it's heating up. Yeah, that's right. The Holy Spirit's heating it up. Carl had a question.
I just checked the QR code, and then I just texted it to my neighbors.
There it is. That's where, I think word of mouth, we'll get this out. And then every week, when there's some of us participating, some of us will go out. Could be that as we meet people, we did this at Bellevue College, I'd invite students to come, and I'd literally just walk them. And so it might be we meet people, they have kids there, we get them registered online, walk them in. I think it'll be kind of a dynamic experience. Any other kind of final questions? Jennifer. What would you say? I mean, we're going to have a registration table. We're going to have game stations, the parent lounge. So there'll be a table for food in the parent lounge. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're asking. But I would say we didn't put on there select which weeks you can't. If you have a friend that can't make it, just have them let us know. We'll email them every week. Oh, for the volunteers? And the question is if you can't? Oh, do you have to serve every 8 week? Yeah, so ideally to build a relationship, the more that you're there, the more connection you'll have. We're also realistic that you might be able to only do 2 weeks and then third week you can't. So just let us know what you can do when you sign up. And
So right now, I forgot to do a
okay, we're going.
I have a very rough sign-up sheet I'm passing around. Just put your name, and then I will send out an email.
Yeah.
Where we can get more details about how often you want to serve and all of that.
Yeah. Just put your name. Let us know what and let us know what you're thinking. and then we'll get this going. Yeah. Anytime you start something, there's going to be some bugs. That's okay. We just want to prioritize the relationship. We're going to be due diligent. We have due diligence in our safety, security, all that kind of stuff. But I think, and the heart of this is we want to reach out. It's been reported in the foreign-born community, which is about 40% of our city, that the needs are community, parental support, and learning to speak English. And so this can accommodate all of that because it's offering a place to belong, to connect, offering parent support. And then something that's kind of integrating into this is Husin. I don't know if Husin is here. Husin is offering some Bible ESL classes online during the week. And he was a part of our talk time. And so I told Husin, if there's any friends, people who are part of that want to practice speaking English, the questions that we're going to walk through is what we did before. It's a very interactive time to learn how to speak English as you're connecting. So it'll hit a couple things that way. I'd say anyone, any neighbors. It's just the reality that 40% of our city is foreign-born, so we want to let them know that they're included, because often they can feel like, oh, this isn't for me. No, we're going to bring everyone together. Because here's the thing, is like, who doesn't need belonging? Who doesn't need parental support? I think in terms of practicing English, I think it's just more the connections that we're going to gain from that. Great. Thank you so much for your questions. I'm not trying to land the plane, but it is 12:24. Okay. Thank you so much. Sign up. Put the sign-up sheet, put your name on it, put your names of neighbors. We'll take a picture of that, pray for them. Yeah, so sign up. Also for the evangelism training, if you want help how to start a spiritual conversation, that's on the 21st. Sign up today on the clipboard and invite your neighbors. Thank you, guys.